Welcome back to the GSL. We are here in Group B, and I have to say the games have been very one-sided so far.
Do you remember the movie where the asteroid was going to hit Earth?
I'm sorry, what?
The movie where the asteroid was going to hit Earth. Do you remember it? Oh wow, the left side is imbalanced.
Team Riot is winning.
I bet you Flash is going to be
That was
Maru.
Armageddon?
No, and there was another one too. It was like Deep Impact or something.
Oh, Deep Impact. That was one of those moments where
Yeah,
it's
like
the same movie came out
Yeah,
twice.
That's always the case. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, please.
But,
I'd love to talk about that.
You know, this Impact so far today is not that type of asteroid. He's the type that just makes a streak in the sky and has burned up before it hit the ground.
Well said.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about how
unfortunately, he's just not impacting this group at all, really.
He's definitely outclassed a little bit here. So you were talking about how there's always movies that are released in twos.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
Yeah, well, here's my idea is because you always see like in a summer it's like, oh, there's all robot movies this summer. That's weird, you know, and stuff like that. I think what it is one studio in Hollywood like hears about what the other studio's doing. They're like, hey, if we just make a movie like this, everyone that sees that will see this.
Yeah, we'll all make money off this. So
yeah, it's like. It's really lame, and here's the funniest part, right? Like the other day, Tara wanted to see a movie, and it was between Hercules and Captain America. And so I watched both trailers, and they both look terrible. Like Hercules has The Rock in it, and Captain America is Captain America. I'm like, well, they both look pretty bad. Hercules starts first. Let's watch that. So
you're gonna get the same experience.
I went down to watch it, and
I heard Captain America was pretty bad.
Hold on, I'm not done my story.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I go down to watch Hercules, and we're watching, and The Rock isn't even in the movie. It's another Hercules movie that's like released within a week of the other one.
There's two Hercules movies?
Two Hercules movies this year. This one didn't even have The Rock. Yeah.
They're both, what are they called, Hercules? And
I don't know. Hercules, like, The Legend Begins, and Hercules, the first episode, or something like that. It's like close enough that you literally can't, like... You can't tell them apart. Aside from one has The Rock and one doesn't. And it was terrible, by the way. It was so awful.
That's brutal. Flash's opponent here in the upper left.
GSL Green Wings Maru.
Man, that's pretty bad. You know, I'm not much of a movie
goer. Never watch movies.
Well, I mean,
getting you to watch a movie is like pulling teeth.
No, it's hard to actually get a good movie in the theater nowadays. I just would prefer to watch it at home.
By the way, if Flash wins this, we just jump to match 6 because we don't review match 5. Match 6 would decide it.
Yeah, that's right.
So. Anyways, but please go on, Tasteless.
No, I just, I do enjoy a good movie. I just, you know what it was? I had a lot of friends growing up back.
That's the problem. You enjoy a good movie.
Yeah.
Those are hard to come by.
They are hard to come by. I had too many friends that were just moviegoers.
Yeah.
Because, I spent the majority of my youth in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot to do down there.
Yeah, so you go see movies.
People would go see movies, and eventually you get those friends, or you end up going on a date or something, and they're like, oh, let's go see this movie. And I'm like, there's nothing to do. And
yeah.
Some of these people don't want to go to the arcade with me, so I just end up...
They'd rather go to the movies than the arcade.
Some of them would, man. That was rough.
That's hilarious. So they weren't your friends after that, right?
Not for long, no.
Good.
Arcade much better.
You deserve much better than that.
I know. We haven't been to the arcade together in a while, actually.
No, we've been pretty busy. We need to do that.
Go hit that up. Out of all the places you've been in the world, what did you think had the best arcades?
That's a good question.
I'm going with Singapore. Best arcades I've ever seen.
I didn't do the arcades in Singapore.
Oh, God. Next time you go, you got to try it out.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. I enjoy it all over the place, though. I had a lot of fun, and anytime we go anywhere, I really enjoy it for arcades.
All right, so he scouted the upper right, and he's not there, so he obviously knows through the process of elimination he's going to be in the upper left. Maru now headed down here in the bottom center.
You hear this?
Are you getting audio feedback right now?
Yeah, something weird.
We're having some problems with our audio.
It's like there's electric crickets in there or something.
I don't know if you guys are picking this up at home, but
sorry about that.
We'll try to get this sorted out.
Anyways, we do get some scouting going on. Does get killed off. We did have, of course, a gas first from Maru. And with that gas first, the quick factory, we'll see what he can get done for some harassment because, he is playing against a much quicker command center, which means he's going to have to get something done.
Yeah, the Reaper has been zoned out successfully here by the two Marines. Nicely done there. The Reaper's now going to come around up and through the left side over to where the natural will be. He's now in the main.
That's right. I'm losing my mind from this buzzing.
I know. We'll try to get this sorted out here pretty quickly, guys.
Watch, they don't hear the buzzing. They just think we're crazy.
That's happened to us before in some of these broadcasts where we have interference and people are like, what are they talking about? They sound fine. But
yeah.
So we still have Flash here, just getting out these reacted Marines. The starport's almost done here for Maru.
All right, so Maru going to go ahead and start some Banshee production. See what he gets done. 3 Marines are pushing up, and of course he does have this Hellion as well. Oh, it's really nice micro from Flash there with this Reaper.
Yeah, the Hellion now being backed out. I gotta say, you know, I think Maru might have overextended a little bit there.
Yeah.
That was a bit needless.
Well, you know, I think he was just trying to reduce the number of Marines more than anything else. If he can sacrifice a Hellion and 3 Marines to kill just a small handful of Marines, that means that his Banshee is going to be much harder to kill off. So, I think it was pretty reasonable, I would say.
You make a good point there.
Yeah.
Cloak is about halfway done here. And
but we do have a Viking on the way, so, you know, Flash is definitely getting all the tools that he needs to deal with this. But even when you start making a Viking and... Oh, the buzzing went away, thank God.
Oh, wow.
It went away as soon as you stood up.
Could it have been related to me?
Probably, yeah.
Something about I have like magnets in my body or something. I like sat too close.
Wow, your ions must be perfectly aligned.
All right, well, we no longer have the audio interference. That's great. They might have just fixed something upstairs. Okay, so I can hear you loud and clear now, Artosis. This is good.
This is going to be a lot easier to commentate. Yeah. I can actually say things that are meaningful.
Well, this is why we're the best, Artosis. You know, we had to step up the bar. I mean, you know, it's like when Street Fighter where you reduce your health.
Yeah,
you know, that's what
definitely
we do, man. We cast
a deficit there for a bit.
Yeah, man.
All right, so this Cloak Banshee does have to cloak because this Viking is falling it. Now notice some really coolly placed missile turrets as well as Widow Mines here to try to help catch it.
Oh, okay, he actually might be able to corner this Banshee down here. The Banshee now coming around through the bottom. And we have the second Banshee coming around here. So, you know, he's only had 1 Viking made. If he can keep both Banshees alive, that'll be a little bit of a tricky task to juggle to try to deal with both of these Banshees.
Well, the second Banshee coming down right now. Just did run away from that scan, so there's been a scan, and he's gotten a few SCV kills as well. 4 kills so far total. So the Banshee's been kind of effective so far.
The second Banshee coming up here, attacking at the top now. He does not want to attack that structure. Definitely wants to go for the workers here. We also have that command center almost finished up here for Maru. And Maru actually pushing in here now. Depending on what Flash has at this point in time, he might end up losing a lot more than he expects. Now, I would never dream of Flash losing in a situation like this because he's so solid in TVT, and Brood War TVT really translated quite nicely into Starcraft2 TVT.
That's true, but you know what? Maru doesn't need to kill him here. If he can maybe, you know, knock down this Hellion count a little bit, maybe kill a few SCVs, that's good enough.
And with the siege tank in siege mode here, he's really going to have to, you know, either pull workers and attack here or something. Oh, nice. Actually going for that Raven!
Oh, and he does get the Raven. Very nice kill there. Does some other damage as well, but he's lost his Banshee. And you know what? If you look at this SCV count, suddenly Maru is in the lead there. So even though he got a way later command center, he is in the lead as far as workers go.
Nicely done there by Maru. Let's see how Flash recuperates. He's going to go for Banshees of his own as well as Cloak. Sometimes that's the best response to Banshees. It's kind of like Stalker Blink. Sometimes getting a blink of your own.
Like that. A counter,
yeah.
Counter Cloak is a pretty reasonable strategy to go against the Banshees.
It's a good way to punish your opponent for anything they got ahead with. Then they have to get their own defense and be prepared to deal with that.
Yeah, they have to get missile turrets and whatnot, and that's not really what they want to be spending money on when they spent so much on tech early on. They want to get infrastructure, not defensive buildings.
It looks like this Banshee should be taken out. Oh, just barely not, excuse me. But it is low on energy here. The Vikings are stalking the Banshee quite effectively. And another Banshee still coming down here. Now, Maru's got to be careful not to overextend here. If he sends out too many Banshees and does not deal damage to make the Banshees pay for themselves, it's going to be a serious problem.
That's right. Just Banshees continue to flow out of Maru here. Definitely does have to do more damage than that, but you know what? He's making him use up some scans at least, so that's nice. And picking off a few units here and there,
yes.
a few SCVs as he can. So does fly in once again. See what he gets done. A few more SCVs as well.
And also important to note, he is denying that gas down there, which he's trying to get gas pretty critical here in TBT. So far, it's 39 workers to 41, and the third command center for Flash is about to finish up.
Well, that's definitely going to be something that's very useful. Flash also going mech because he's a baller and a badass, and probably going to kill Maru terribly here.
Wow.
Probably.
Tosis has spoken.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he could lose to Marines with like 40 hit points or 45 hit points, you know, like.
All right, the Banshee's out now, just trying to do some harass here. It looks like Maru is more than prepared for this. I gotta say, Maru's been playing quite well so far. Oh, misclick there. He could have fired that a little bit earlier. But he did have that second scan banked up, so he does manage to get rid of the Banshee anyways.
That's right. So we'll see what he does here for defense. Ooh, looks like he's gonna not quite get this one. Oh, and that Widow Mine actually getting scanned as well. That was actually a little bit sloppy flash.
Unknowingly, 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take that. Now Maru's pushing out again. Maru, the aggressor for the majority of this game. Flash, wax on, wax off. Defense here, just staying alive. But is this next attack going to be a blow too strong here for Flash?
You know what? This attack is really strong, and I feel like this is going to keep Flash at least up his ramp for now. So that could give Maru a pretty sizable advantage. You know, he's got a lot of units. Oh, here we go. The Vikings do come in, and Flash doesn't actually have enough. So Maru wins this air battle by a huge amount, and ooh, Flash taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, the problem
Maru getting a strong lead right now.
He can take the damage here from the Banshee on the tanks, but if he brings the SCVs up, then the SCVs start to get killed off. So this is win-win no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Flash basically picking the lesser of 2 evils right now, losing the SCVs simply so he can't lose the position here on the expansion.
That was pretty evil as well, though, Tasteless. Pretty
nicely
darn painful.
done.
He's lost a ton of SCVs. He's down to 30 against 47. It looks like Maru's going to be able to pick this game up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Look at this. Ew, so gross. He's suiciding these Vikings to try to take out this Banshee. And he does finally get it, but so many siege tanks here for Maru. And that stim as well. Too much damage. Way too much.
Yeah, he gets in here. That's going to be GG. Nicely done there by Maru.
Rusher. Ew. Now, that was a very nice attack right there.
It was well done. Maru was the aggressor for most of that game. It was very effective. Excuse me. He got in there with the Banshee. He was hitting that tank. Now, if you lose the tank, you lose the game there because they get their siege tanks up where they can hit your command center. So he was using SCVs to try to repair that, which is the lesser of 2 pretty heavy evils to deal with.
They're both
for
pretty heavy as far as evil goes, Tasteless. I think there was no right choice there. I think Maru had already won the game just with that timing. It was a very smart. I love that he skipped medevacs completely to hit
Flash going for mech there, but if you don't get to the point where you have that critical mech mass, you never
when
get
you're on
to
2 siege tanks and 8
strategy.
Hellions and they walk in with an army like that, you're just going to die.
So
he was making tanks for a long time.
Nicely done there by Maru. Now we're going to go into game number 2 with these guys. Now, our update earlier was that if Flash wins this...
Yeah, if Flash wins this series, then we'll jump to match 6. Because it matters more if Flash goes 4-0. If he goes 3-1, then I guess we'd probably go back to match 5. But no sense showing a match that has no meaning. So, like, for instance, if Maru wins this, then I guess we do go into match 5, which would be Action versus Maru.
Okay. We're going to get that match started up here momentarily. I got to say, Maru looks better and better every time that we cast him.
Yeah, he's Maru, man. He's the best Terran in the whole world, and he continues to improve and continues to impress. His aggression's great, his macro's great, his control is great. Kid is the full package.
I think he's got an even brighter and bigger future here in Starcraft 2 as this game continues to grow and develop. I mean, it's really impressive when you see how he's approaching these games here. We've been seeing him a lot in TVP and Code S. That was one of the ways he was surviving. But TVT, he looks fantastic. TVZ, he looks invincible.
Yeah.
It's really something else.
He's
man.
it. He's the guy.
He's
you know?
the guy.
He's like, there's a few guys.
There's nerds at home, and they're like, I want to be the guy, but you're not the guy. You can't be the guy.
And the thing is, Maru is like really legitimately the guy. With Protoss, you're like, well, you know, there's like 5 guys all pretty similar level. With Zerg, you're like, yeah,
Maru,
there's three, 4 guys all pretty similar level. With Maru, it's like there's Maru, and then there's these other few really good Terrans like Flash, Byung, Supernova, Innovation.
He's the
guys
guy,
like this.
but the people that you just listed off are those dudes.
Yeah, those are dudes that want to be the guy.
But yeah, Maru's the guy.
Yeah.